Imagine America without its most famous historic buildings. During the 1970s, a relentless wave of urban renewal almost wiped out our greatest architectural treasures. You won't believe how close we came to losing this iconic landmark forever. Starting off at number 10 is the legendary Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. In 1974, the famous Grand Ole Opry relocated to a brand new facility, leaving the historic, red brick Ryman sitting completely empty and slated for swift demolition. Developers wanted to tear it down for parking. However, intense public outcry from passionate music historians and locals halted the bulldozers. The Mother Church of country music narrowly survived the 70s, preserving its incredible acoustics for future generations. At number 9 is Seattle's famous Pike Place Market. In 1971, city planners proposed demolishing the aging market to build high-rise hotels and massive parking garages. It looked like the historic district was totally doomed. But dedicated citizens organized a massive grassroots campaign. A crucial 1971 voter initiative formally saved the area, ensuring locals could continue enjoying its beautiful displays of fresh fruits, organic vegetables, and artisan breads. Number 8 brings us to the old Post Office Pavilion in Washington 600. By the early 1970s, this gorgeous Romanesque revival building was viewed as an outdated monstrosity. The government heavily pushed plans to bulldoze the entire site. But a fierce coalition named Don't Tear It Down formed in 1971. Their protests and brilliant legal maneuvers successfully halted the destruction by 1973, setting a major national precedent for saving historic architecture in the nation's capital. At number 7 is Faneuil Hall Marketplace in Boston. The historic market buildings were severely dilapidated, crumbling, and practically abandoned. City developers in the early 70s strongly considered leveling the entire area to modernize the downtown district. Instead, a visionary 1976 restoration project transformed the ruins into a vibrant public space. It was beautifully restored, filling with vendors offering fresh plant-based treats, salads, and historic grains, sparking a nationwide trend of adaptive historical reuse. Number 6 takes us to the vibrant Miami Beach Art Deco district. By 1976, developers were eager to demolish hundreds of neglected, pastel-colored 1930s hotels to construct towering, profitable beachfront condominiums. Enter Barbara Capitman, who founded the Miami Design Preservation League in 1976. Her aggressive activism stopped the wrecking balls cold, successfully saving an entire square mile of unique architectural history from being erased from the Florida coastline. Breaking into the top 5 is Pioneer Square in Seattle. The city's original downtown was in absolute ruins, and planners intended to flatten the gorgeous, late 19th century brick buildings to construct a massive modern ring road. In 1970, after an intense battle led by architects and citizens, the area was finally designated a historic district. This crucial victory stopped the bulldozers, proving that preserving a city's architectural roots could actually revitalize a neighborhood. At number 4 is the majestic Fox Theater in Atlanta. In 1974, the stunning, Grand Movie Palace was sold to a corporate developer. Their devastating plan was to demolish the masterpiece and build a massive corporate headquarters. The city rallied immediately, forming the Save the Fox campaign. Through relentless fundraising and overwhelming community support, they bought back the theater. Saving the Fox in the mid-70s remains one of the greatest preservation victories in the South. Number 3 is the Los Angeles Central Library. By the late 1970s, the gorgeous Art Deco building was severely overcrowded and deemed a fire hazard. The city firmly proposed tearing it down to build a larger facility. A massive grassroots preservation fight kicked off in 1978. Activists fought fiercely against city officials, arguing that the stunning Egyptian-inspired architecture was irreplaceable. Their intense efforts successfully delayed the demolition, ultimately saving the cultural heart of Los Angeles. Just missing the top spot is Chicago's Navy Pier. By the early 1970s, the massive pier was vastly underutilized, rotting away, and considered an ugly industrial relic. Demolition seemed entirely inevitable for this massive waterfront structure. However, the massive 1976 bicentennial celebration completely changed its fate. City planners utilized the decaying pier for spectacular public festivals, proving its incredible value to the public and kicking off a total preservation and revitalization of the landmark. The number 1 historic landmark saved in the 1970s is New York's Grand Central Terminal. Developers possessed the air rights and planned to construct a colossal skyscraper directly on top of it, which would have destroyed the terminal's magnificent facade. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis led the dramatic fight all the way to the Supreme Court in 1978. The stunning victory saved the terminal and firmly established the constitutional right for American cities to fiercely protect their historic landmarks. The 1970s taught America a crucial lesson: once our historic architecture is gone, it is gone forever. Thanks to the fierce activists of that decade, we can still walk through the incredible halls of our nation's most beautiful historic sites. Want to discover more incredible stories of history surviving against all odds? Make sure to hit that subscribe button for Top 10 Repo.